Hi, I'm Todd Wente, and this is the Daily 180. 180 seconds of motivation and inspiration intended to help you take action and improve your life. This is episode 210 of the Daily 180, and we're going to be starting something kind of interesting over the next couple of months, actually. If you're watching this after we've begun to roll these out sometime in the future, episode 210 through probably the end of the first 365 are going to be interspersed with some reflections and some posts about the process of making some transformations in life following a 90-day period of time. Today, what I want to talk about is the very beginning of that. And as we've talked over and over again here on the Daily 180, one of the things that we're focusing on in a big way is the idea of progress. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. But in order to make progress toward any kind of a goal, we have to kind of first understand what our baseline is. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about today, finding a baseline. I'm actually going to be doing this as an experiment and an activity that I'm going to allow you as some of my support system, if you will, to help me through a process of making some physical changes. For myself, I have identified a baseline. Now, I'm going to be looking at making some adjustments in a physical area, and in that physical area, making an adjustment or an assessment of where my baseline is starts with understanding where I'm currently at. In the physical aspect, for me, because these are things that I want to change, not because of social pressures or outside things, but because of my health, there are three things that I'm going to be looking at. One of them is an overall sense of health, an overall sense of well-being. That is going to be reflected for me somewhat in a couple of measures. And those measures are my body fat percentage, which for me is a big indicator of how well my body is processing food and fuel and managing my overall health. The second one is going to be just a feeling and an assessment, a personal assessment of where I'm at. And that'll be something that we'll be talking about, different ways that we can do that. The third one is going to be more of an objective assessment. I'm going to be looking at some physical performance, some physical activity that I feel I would like to do better in. For any activity that we're going to be doing, whether it's a physical aspect, a spiritual aspect, an emotional aspect, baselines need to be identified. In fact, over the next little while, we're going to be talking about some activities that you can do to help you identify your own baseline, where you're at right now, so that you can then make some determinations about where you want to go for the future. This first baseline that we'll be following, and as we go through this, we'll follow different kinds of baselines. I'll be sharing with you where some of my baselines are so that you can make a determination as to how you might want to use that to identify your own baselines and perhaps identify some areas that you want to make progress as well. My name is Todd Wente. If you like the idea of where we're going with this, give us a thumbs up, give us a share, give us a like, maybe give us a subscribe. And in between now and then, go forth and conquer. We'll see you next time.